All right, you're welcome to Sir Patrick Space. Today, I'm going to do something very special, which is not abacus, but it's a topic in maths that I've seen and I've identified in a lot of students that I've encountered or I've had interactions with them. All right, and that topic is long division. I've realized that most students are not able to solve long division, and it's something that is very difficult for most of the students. And there is a need for us to do video to explain it to an extent. It's not. I'm not going to be able to explain everything into details, but in this video, I'm going to make sure I'll do my possible best to explain to you, break it down for you to get a better understanding, so that when you get other questions, you can be able to solve them. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you 5 long division questions to try and give me the answer in the comment section. All right. So if you are a parent, you are watching this video, just give those questions to your kids to solve and then drop it in the comment section, or can send it to my DM and I'll assess it and then correct them if there's a need. All right. So let's go to the board and let's start. 144 divided by 6. All right. This is a very simple one. 144 divided by 6. So you'll be given it in this way and they'll tell you, okay, use the long division approach to divide this number. So what you're going to do is that you're going to bring your 6 outside here. Then you bring your square root. Then 1, 4, 4. Now, this is where the confusion starts. Now, let me break it down for you. When you are a student and you want to solve this, the first question you need to ask yourself is that we are asked to divide this big number with a small number. So now, to start with this, technically, you need to start with the first number before you move to the second number and go to the third one. So now, let's start with the first one. The question you need to ask yourself as a student is that, now, I want to divide 6 by 1. Can 6 be divided by 1? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Can 6 go into 1? You ask yourself that question. Okay, some students are going to say yes. But the real truth is that when I ask you as a student that can your house go into you? You're going to tell me no. You understand it? So that is the same way, because your house, when I ask you why, you're going to tell me that because your house is bigger than you, the house cannot enter you, but you, because you're smaller than the house, can enter into it. That's the same thing that applies over here. So you ask yourself, because 6 is bigger than 1, 6 cannot go into 1. So what do? We're just going to add the 4 to the 1, making it 14. Okay, so now you're going to ask yourself over there now that can 6 go into 14? Obviously, because 14 is bigger than 6, 6 can go into 14. Now you're going to check how many times will 6 go into 14. This is where the confusion begins. All right, some students think that always the number have to go into it perfectly. But one thing you need to know is that it will not always go into it perfectly. Sometimes it will just go into it with a remainder. But what you need to note is that the number you're going to find should be equal to this or lesser than 8. And lesser in the sense that it should be closer to it. You understand? So when you check, how many times will 6 go into 14? When you do your 6 times multiplication, 6 times table, you have 6, 1, 6, 6, 2, 12, 6, 3, 18. You realize that 6, 3 is 18. 18 is bigger than 14. So we cannot use the 6, 3. So the one that is following the 6, 3 is the 6, 2. And we know that 6, 2 is 12, which is lesser and closer to the 14. When we use 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, it is far from the 14, so we cannot use that one. So we are going to have our 2 here. You see it? So now, 6 times 2 will give us what? 12. We have our 12 here. You understand? Then we do our subtraction. Okay? So now, 4 minus 2 will give us what? We have our 2. The 1 minus 1 will give us dash. Do you understand? So now, you continue with the same process. Can 6 go into 2? You ask yourself that question. The answer is no. You understand? Then, what do? We are going to drop this 4 to come and join this one, making it 24. So now, you are going to ask yourself, can 6 go into 24? Yes, because 24 is bigger than 6. So, obviously, 6 can go into 24. So, one thing you need to know is that the number you are trying to use for your division, any number that is equal to 8 or bigger than 8, the number can go into it. For example, this 6, if you have 6 here, 6 can go into 6. How many times? 1. If you have 7, 6 can go into 7. How many times? 1. Remember 1. So any number that is bigger than 6, 6 can go into it. So the 24 that we have here, 6 can go into 24. Okay? So how many times? So you do your 6 times table. This is why I always encourage students to learn their times table. So if you don't know your 6 times table, you are obviously going to get this question wrong, provided you are going according to the rules. You understand? So you are going to do about 6, 1, 6. So 6, 1, 6, 6, 2, 12, 6, 3, 18, 6, 4, 24, 6, 5, 30. So you realize that 6, 5 is 30. 30 is bigger than 24, so you cannot use that. So 6, 4 will give us 24. So you're going to have our 4 here. Then we multiply 6, 4, 24. So here we'll do a subtraction again. So 4 minus 4, 0, 2 minus 2, 0. So if you don't get 0 here, you have to continue and continue and continue. There is a point where you're going to bring decimals here and things. That one too, I will do another video to explain such a question for you to get a better understanding. So now, 144 divided by 6 is equal to 24. But this is our answer. I hope you understand this to this point. I know that you're not going to get a full understanding of the long division, but I'm very sure you understand to understand. So in our subsequent video, I'm going to do a better and a very good breakdown and explanation to the various questions. If you have any question that you feel is very difficult for you, cannot solve it with respect to the long division, you can just drop it in the comment section. I will try my best and do a video about it, and then I'll upload it for you to watch and then get a better understanding. I'm here to help our kids. I love kids, and I have the passion to build the enthusiasm of kids in mathematics specifically and in abacus. All right, so these are the 5 questions I promised to give you at the end of the video. The first question is 128 divided by 4. So I'm going to use long division to solve that question. And the second one is 96 divided by 6. Then we have number 3, 98 divided by 7. Then we have 121 divided by 7. Then the final one, 125 divided by 5. So solve these questions and then get the answer and drop them in the comment section. If there's a need for me to do videos about them, we're going to do that specifically. Thank you so much and see you at a special time. This is Patrick. I'll see you.